That golden order of fries sitting in front of you, it might contain 18 different ingredients. When all you wanted was potatoes, oil, and salt, that crispy side dish you've been ordering since childhood? Some chains are serving you chemical cocktails disguised as comfort food, while others have somehow nailed what fries were always meant to be. We're about to expose the 5 chains poisoning your fries with unnecessary additives and sketchy oils, then reveal the 3 places that actually get it right. By the end of this video, you'll never look at a drive-thru menu the same way again. Let's start with the absolute worst offender in the French fry game. And honestly, this might not surprise you because when was the last time anyone went to Dairy Queen for actual food? Dairy Queen's French fries are what food critics call aggressively forgettable. Multiple taste tests have crowned these as the single worst fast food fries in America. Here's what happens when you order them. They arrive in that cute little DQ box looking golden and promising. You pick one up, expecting that satisfying crunch. Instead, your teeth cut through it like butter. Not crispy butter, just soft, disappointing butter. But it gets worse. That salty, savory punch you're anticipating, it never comes. Reviewers describe the experience as their tongue lolling around searching for something, anything resembling flavor. That's not just bad, that's memorably bad. Here's what Dairy Queen gets wrong: texture and taste. The fries lack structural integrity. They're limp, they're undersalted to the point of being bland. And unlike other chains that at least fail in interesting ways, Dairy Queen fries are just nothing. They exist in that terrible space between offensively bad and completely forgettable, which somehow makes them worse. The lesson: when a chain is famous for blizzards and dilly bars, maybe trust them to stay in their lane. Your French fry craving deserves better than an afterthought on an ice cream menu. This one's gonna hurt for the West Coast loyalists out there. In-N-Out makes incredible burgers. Their double-double is the stuff of legends. Anthony Bourdain called it his favorite fast food spot. But here's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to admit: their fries are terrible. I know. You can see them cutting the potatoes right in front of you. It's fresh. It's transparent. It should be amazing, right? Wrong. And here's exactly why. In-N-Out commits one of the cardinal sins of French fry preparation. They slice the potato and immediately toss it into the fryer. No resting period, no double fry technique. Just raw potato straight into hot oil. This sounds good in theory, maximum freshness. But in practice, it's a disaster. See, potatoes contain moisture, lots of it. Professional fry makers know you need to either blanch your potatoes first or do a double fry technique. The first fry cooks the inside and releases moisture. The second fry creates that crispy exterior we all crave. In-N-Out skips this entirely, and the result is what food critics call mealy, soggy, and textureless sprigs. Recent studies analyzing over 40,000 customer reviews ranked various chains, and despite In-N-Out's cult following, the fry situation couldn't be ignored. Customers know the deal. You go to In-N-Out for the burger and tolerate the fries. Some people order them well done to get extra frying time, but even that doesn't fully solve the fundamental moisture problem. The irony is painful. The freshness that makes their burgers exceptional is exactly what sabotages their fries. Sometimes in fast food, counterintuitively, a little processing is actually better. Burger King's slogan is "Home of the Whopper," and thank goodness for that, because it's definitely not the home of decent French fries. Multiple independent taste tests have ranked Burger King fries near the bottom, and once you know what to look for, you can't unsee it. They're thick cut, which should be a good thing. More potato means more flavor, right? But Burger King manages to create fries that are somehow both thick and lacking substance. The texture is all wrong. The inside is dense and overly potatoey. Not in a good rustic way, but in a "why does this feel unfinished" way. The outside barely has any crisp to it, and the seasoning, nearly non-existent. One reviewer noted they were extremely under-seasoned and desperately needed a big sprinkle of salt just to be edible. Here's the damning detail. The only way reviewers could finish eating Burger King fries was by drowning them in dipping sauce. When your fries require another product just to be palatable, you've failed at making fries. A recent comprehensive study looking at Yelp reviews across major chains gave Burger King an average rating of just 1.92 out of 5 stars across 623 reviews. That's not just bad, that's customers actively warning other customers to avoid them. The real shame is that Burger King's burgers are actually good. The Whopper has its fans, but pair it with these disappointing fries, and you've got an unbalanced meal where half your plate makes you wish you'd gone somewhere else. Before we continue exposing the worst and revealing the best, do me a favor. Hit that like button if you're shocked by what you're learning. Subscribe to the channel because we're pulling back the curtain on fast food secrets every single week. And comment below, which chain has disappointed you the most with their fries? Let's compare notes. Now, let's get to the 4th worst chain. This one's complicated because KFC's fries tell 2 completely different stories, depending on who you ask. On one hand, a major 2025 study analyzing customer reviews across 21 fast food chains gave KFC the absolute worst rating for French fries. Just 1.77 stars out of 5 based on 175 reviews. The study labeled them as leaving much to be desired, and noted that despite KFC being a fried chicken powerhouse, their side offerings severely underperformed. But here's where it gets weird. Some food critics actually praised KFC's secret recipe fries, noting they're seasoned with the chain's signature blend of herbs and spices. One reviewer said they were super salty and flavorful in a way that I've rarely experienced at major fast food chains, with perfectly crispy texture outside and fluffy inside. So what's happening? Inconsistency. Massive, frustrating inconsistency. KFC replaced their beloved potato wedges back in 2020 with these new secret recipe fries, and the response has been mixed at best. Some locations nail them, others serve up limp, greasy disappointments. When a chain's fries are this hit or miss, it's hard to recommend them with confidence. The bigger issue is this: KFC killed something people actually loved, those potato wedges, and replaced it with something unreliable. That's not innovation, that's a downgrade. And in the competitive world of fast food fries, consistency matters more than occasional excellence. Hold on, McDonald's fries are supposed to be the gold standard, right? They're world famous. They've been called iconic. So why are they on the never eat list? Because what you think you're eating and what you're actually eating are 2 completely different things. McDonald's has brilliant marketing. They've convinced the world their fries are simple, classic, perfect. But look at the ingredient list, and you'll find 18 different components. 18 for what should be potato, oil, and salt. Let's break down what's actually in there. The oils, canola, soybean, and hydrogenated oils. These are loaded with omega-6 fatty acids, which in excessive amounts contribute to chronic inflammation, a precursor to heart disease, diabetes, and even some cancers. Sodium acid pyrophosphate. This chemical prevents the fries from turning gray after cooking. It's been linked to digestive problems and potential bone weakening. Natural beef flavor contains wheat and milk derivatives. So much for those fries being vegetarian or allergen-free. Dextrose. Sugar. Yes, there's sugar in your fries, used to enhance browning. The salt. Even McDonald's salt isn't just salt. It contains sugar and an aluminum-containing anti-caking agent. Aluminum exposure has been linked to neurodegenerative concerns. Recent health studies have connected frequent McDonald's fry consumption to cellular inflammation and oxidative stress. That's your body aging faster, essentially. And remember that study about diabetes risk? 3 servings of French fries per week increase type 2 diabetes risk by 20%. McDonald's fries, being among the most consumed, are a major contributor to that statistic. The final insult: the quality is wildly inconsistent. When McDonald's fries are fresh, hot, and perfectly salted, they're genuinely great, but that 10-minute window is short. After that, they transform into sad, limp shadows of themselves. A recent comprehensive taste test had to rank them near the bottom because the batch tested wasn't crispy at all and needed more salt. You're gambling every time you order them, and even when you win, you're still consuming a chemical cocktail pretending to be potatoes. Finally, some good news. Let's talk about who actually gets it right. Shake Shack consistently ranks at the top of French fry rankings, and once you try them, you understand why. Their crinkle-cut fries averaged 3.7 stars in that major 2025 study, second place overall across 21 chains, based on 17,018 reviews. Here's what Shake Shack does right. The crinkle-cut shape. This isn't just aesthetics. The crinkle creates more surface area, which means more crispy edges. It's engineering meets culinary excellence. Perfect seasoning. Every single fry is seasoned properly. Not too salty, not bland, just right. Multiple reviewers note this consistency. Structural integrity. These fries maintain their crunch from the first bite to the last. They don't go limp after 5 minutes like some other chains we've mentioned. Clean ingredients. While not the absolute cleanest on the market, Shake Shack uses better quality oils and fewer additives than the worst offenders. The crinkles also create perfect little valleys for catching ketchup or whatever sauce you prefer. They're engineered for maximum dipping efficiency. Food critics have noted that Shake Shack's fries are leagues better than comparable chains, with one West Coast reviewer reluctantly admitting they surpass even beloved regional favorites. That's high praise. Yes, they're pricier than McDonald's, but you're actually getting what you pay for: quality potatoes, proper preparation, and consistent execution. Sometimes the premium is worth it. Chick-fil-A didn't just make good fries. They essentially cornered the entire waffle fry market. And there's a reason nobody else seriously competes in this space. They perfected it. Waffle fries are arguably the best shape for French fries. And here's the science behind it. The waffle pattern creates a massive surface to interior ratio. More crispy edges, more structural integrity, more spaces to hold seasonings. It's geometry working in your favor. Chick-fil-A cooks these in canola oil. Not ideal, but better than many alternatives, and finishes them with sea salt. The result is consistent across thousands of locations. Crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, properly seasoned. A 2025 study ranking fast food fries placed Chick-fil-A at 3.4 stars, solidly in the top 5. Multiple taste tests have praised their texture and noted how well they pair with Chick-fil-A's various sauces. The waffle shape also serves another purpose: structural strength. Ever tried dipping a limp fry into thick sauce? It breaks. Not with Chick-fil-A's waffle fries. They're architectural marvels disguised as potatoes. One critic noted they're perfectly cooked with a surface engineered to maximize crunch. That's not an accident. That's intentional design meeting quality execution, location after location. The only real drawback? Like everything at Chick-fil-A, you can't get them on Sundays. But for 6 days a week, they're serving up some of the best fries in the fast food game. This might surprise you because Arby's isn't typically known as a fry destination, but their curly fries? Legendary. And according to some rankings, they're the absolute best fast food fries you can buy. Arby's curly fries have developed a cult following, with some people arguing they're the only thing keeping the entire chain in business. And you know what? They might have a point. What makes them special? The curly shape. Like crinkle cut, the spiral creates more surface area for maximum crispiness. Every bite has texture. The seasoning blend, lightly spiced with paprika and other seasonings that give them a slightly smoky, savory flavor profile that stands out from the crowd. Consistency. Unlike some chains where quality varies wildly, Arby's curly fries are reliably good location after location. Multiple rankings have placed Arby's curly fries at number 1. One critic noted they're the only team in the game to do curly fries among major chains, calling them one hell of a French fry. They're also surprisingly resilient. Even when they cool down slightly, they maintain their crunch better than standard cut fries. The seasoning helps too. There's enough flavor that you don't necessarily need sauce, though they pair beautifully with Arby's sauce or horsey sauce. The curly fry cut is objectively the best shape, and Arby's has mastered it. It's ironic that a chain known for roast beef sandwiches has created the gold standard for potato spirals. But here we are. Not all fries are just potatoes. Some are straight up chemistry. If this changed how you order, share it before someone hits the drive-thru tonight. Smash like to help others avoid the worst offenders, and tell us what shocked you most: Dairy Queen, In-N-Out, or McDonald's. Subscribe for more food investigations, and don't miss our next video exposing the fast food burgers wrecking your health. Stay sharp and stop ordering bad fries.